Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pincollector channel. My name is Dan, and I want to talk a little bit today about our next Disney vacation. Now, I guess I could call myself a YouTuber by this point. I've been doing this for a little over a year, and oh my goodness, have I learned a ton. Of course, I designed it to where there would be lots of neat little scrapbook type videos for my family, lots of videos of my voice, basically just a video diary of things that our family does. But I am seeing that people are liking some of the videos, so that's exciting. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you as a new friend. Now, we live in the Midwest, so like the vast majority of the country, we are a long way from Disney. Whether you're looking at Disneyland in California or whether you're looking at Disney World in Florida, we're about as far as you can get from Disney. So, like the vast majority of the country, it takes a lot of planning for a Disney trip. Now, when we do go and when we do plan, it's always been a huge thing. We generally stay for a couple of weeks at a time so that we can maximize our stay and make the most out of the trip, since we're not able to go as often as we would like. Now, we've thought over the years of relocating to Central Florida to be closer to Disney because my entire family are in love with Disney. We've passed that on to our children, our grandchildren. It's become a thing, and we have become a Disney family. But of course, the children and the grandchildren live here in the Midwest also, so it's real hard to make that change in life to move to Florida or a whole lot of distance away from family. So we still just plan and make big Disney trips whenever we can. Recently in the family, we do have a DVC membership, so that's going to make a big difference, I think, in the next several years in how often and how long a stays we have at Disney and those types of things. But for this time, we've started planning for our 2021 50th anniversary trip. And yes, already, because it takes us a long time to get everything together. 16, 17 people in the family, get everything organized and be ready to go when the time is ready to go. So we have started our planning process, having Disney family meetings and putting together our lists of must-dos and so forth. Now, we do Disney maybe a little different than you do. Maybe it's the same as you do, but just like a lot of people, we have our traditions. I mean, traditionally, when we arrive at Disney on our arrival day, that's a day that we just kind of check in and get relaxed and oriented to our resort, walk around a little bit, maybe do a little bit of pin trading, and then we spend our first evening eating dinner at Ohana at the Polynesian Resort. Ohana's become a family favorite and a tradition to have that as our first dinner once we hit Disney World. And over that, after we finish at Ohana, we always hop on the monorail and head over to Magic Kingdom and pop in for just a little bit, long enough to ride the Haunted Mansion, which seems kind of silly to run to a park to ride one ride. But on that first night after supper, it's already starting to get a little late, and the Haunted Mansion is a family favorite. So we pop over, ride the Haunted Mansion, head right back to the resort, and get our rest for the start of our vacation in the morning. As far as park hopping goes, we don't do a lot of park hopping. We have found that we can maximize what we're doing by staying in one park all day long. We tend to get a lot more done that way with a lot less downtime traveling between parks. So even though we get park hopper passes in case that opportunity arises or something happens to where we miss Fantasmic the day that we're at Disney Hollywood Studios, so we turn around and want to hit that. Even though we're in another park, we want that park hopper option, so we always have that on board. And of course, PhotoPass is a must for our family, with so many of us being able to load onto PhotoPass and share pictures and get the pictures of all the family, regardless of whether we're together in the parks at that particular time or not, is paramount. So We do tend to take a day to where we really don't go into the parks. Instead, we do all the ancillary things like going to Disney Springs, going to the boardwalk, going and playing around a miniature golf, just relaxing by the pool, whatever have you. We kind of take a breather day from the parks, even though it ends up being just as busy a day, because there's all kinds of other things we want to see there at Disney World while we're on our vacation. So 2021, the 50th anniversary, is exciting. Lots of new things coming up. Lots of new things will be open. Epcot will be almost a new park, at least in what was Future World. Now the neighborhoods of Epcot, but should be very exciting. Now, we were there for their 25th anniversary, and yes, the birthday cake castle that everybody likes to poke fun of. We were right there and have pictures of that castle. But this time around, the 50th anniversary should just be a huge party for Disney, and that is our target and our plan for our next trip. So even though, like I said, we are still a little ways out, it has been our time to plan. As far as the pin trading goes, I've been an avid pin trader basically since Disney started trading pins in 1999. I've been collecting other pins since 1988. So I have a huge collection of pins, and I pin trade every chance I get. And I have also passed that on to some of my grandchildren. So pin trading is a big thing in our family, and we'll continue to do that. Now, the way I like to pin trade, I love to pin trade at the resorts and places like on the boardwalk and just walking around Disney Springs, those types of things. Not necessarily the pin boards themselves, but I like to trade with people. I like to find the people who are wearing the lanyards that I can have a conversation with, that we can talk a little bit either about the pin or their job or whatever have you, and connect with somebody, versus just having a board presented in front of me and picking a couple of pins off of it. The experience doesn't seem to be as awesome for me that way. But I have also found that if you don't do a lot of trading in the front of the parks, most people will start trading as soon as they hit that gate. And so not only do the pin lanyards get flooded, but a lot of times they get flooded with the fake pins, the counterfeit pins, all the little hidden Mickey pins that are just out there and have flooded the market. That really, a lot of them are flawed. I mean, to me, pin trading is pin trading, and if you like a pin, trade for the pin. Just try not to trade those ones that are flawed and things that's really hurting the pin market. But another subject altogether. I like to go towards the back of the park. Once you get to the back of the parks, I've found that people have kind of started running out of pins to trade. So what they'll do is they'll run into whatever store is available, and they'll buy a starter pack or whatever have you, and they'll have the brand new off the rack pins traded with cast members down in the back of the park. And your chance of finding some really quality unique pins are greater in the back of the park than they are up in the front of the park. So that's one little tip I can give you that may help in your pin trading down the line. Try to hold off and don't trade too much up towards the front, but wait until you get really deep into the park to where the good pins might be coming out. But anyway, if you have any suggestions on Disney vacations, on planning, on things that are absolute must-dos, of course, we're so excited with all the new things that are happening and all the new attractions that'll be available in 2021. Make sure and leave me a message down below. Hit that like button, and like I said, subscribe. We would love to have you as a new friend and be able to bring you some more information about pin trading, Silver Dollar City, Disney, random adventures that we do all over the place. This has been just a fun journey to me, and something that I am going to continue. I continue to learn every single day. So guys, I hope you have a great day. I know it's Tuesday, work day. Feels like it ought to be Friday already, but every day's a Disney day. Remember, if you can dream it, you can do it. Have a great day.